Well, it hardly needs it, but it's a new toy. So I thought I'd come out and give it a little a dust over, if you like. Now all I have to do is keep the dogs quiet, but I don't think that's going to happen. Well, the way the weather has been, it's not been easy to get out on the bike. So much rain. So much rain passed that there are now, since the grader came in, and they disturbed the soil, so now there's a lot of fresh soil there, and of course all it needs is a lot of rain, and in the parts that are no good, they are I'm going to try to get that child. He's lovely there. Can you do something there? Stop the dogs barking. That's Beth's dogs, the noisiest dogs in the entire universe. So, yeah, because of all of these stagnant water places, the mud, once vehicles pass over it, it soon becomes mud, and it's not worth it. I did take a picture when I went this morning. There's one which is it's like a pool, and underneath the water is several inches of mud. So the water is several inches deep, you know, probably about 4 or 5 inches, and then underneath you've got several inches of mud. And this bike is not built for that. I went ahead and wanted this, so I'll accept the limitations. It's a road bike, and it's not intended to be an off-road bike, so I will accept that, won't I, baby? Huh? This is supposed to be an American bully. And he's not that, because we bought this, we paid for Red while he was still in the womb, and the breeder assured us that it would be a purebred American Bulldog, and as you can see, there's a lot of Filipino in there, so there must have been a sex tourist got round and enjoyed some quality time with the mother. Yes, and this is what came out, but he's a lovely dog, so we were very happy that we bought him anyway. So back to my bike. I've had a lot of encouraging comments, it's true, and of course the consideration always is that of my age, is that people, and this is where we come up against, everybody comes up against this, that whatever you do, there will be considerations, there will be opinions about whether that should be done, right? And a lot of people think that once you get to a certain age, you shouldn't do certain things, but it really depends on the condition that you're in. And when I decided that I was going to get a bike, I decided on this bike because I really loved it. It's it's really a very advanced bike compared to what I had before. We got a relatively cheap, it was called Racal, and it was a 150. This is a 150, but this is a far superior, better developed engine, and this has many things which make the bike even safer for me. I could have got a bike that was half the price of this. We got it on finance anyway. Someone else is coming, so there's going to be barking. We got this. My decision was cemented once I realised that this had ABS brakes and traction control, and that was the deal maker for me. So I went ahead and got this one. Now it's on finance anyway, and the way that my reasoning. Hey, Brownie, coming. It's not like they don't know who this is. Brownie. Hi, Lena.
Hi.
They've got to find something to bark about. So, by saving on the gas that we put into the Raptor, which you can see at the back, the Raptor really is a typical American truck in that it doesn't do great gas mileage, and that's really based on the fact, or what was a fact, of it was cheap gas anyway. We were paying only about 35, I think it was 35 per litre, and now we're paying 80 per litre. It's either 80 or 90 per litre, and per litre the Raptor does probably 6 or 7 kilometers per litre, and this bike is really very efficient. It does 40 to 45 per litre. So you can see that what we pay to fill up the tank on this is about 1,000. Now if I put 1,000 pesos into the Raptor, it doesn't last very long. The next day I'll put another 1,000 in there. So the saving allows me to buy this on finance, and the big hit was only the down payment, which once it's made, you forget about that, don't you? So as far as the comments go, one comment said, don't do it, you haven't got the reflexes, your reflex time is not enough for you to do that, so don't do that. When people make these sweeping statements about whether I have or have not got some physical attribute, I don't know how they do that. Brownie! Brownie, come here. Be quiet. Will you be quiet? Huh? So, somebody else come, and that's Tata. That's Beth's brother. So, it made sense for me to get the bike. That's how I justify it. You know, sometimes when we want something rather than need something, we can justify it logically. And this was it. Now, unfortunately, now the road is so deteriorated after the very, very heavy rain which we've been having of late, that there are too many challenging areas that are on the road down. We have a dirt road, 2-mile dirt road, which takes us down to the highway. Now, once down to the highway, conditions are really beautiful. You know, there's not much traffic on the road, certainly on the Bohol roads. It's not much traffic. We have some potential. Oh, me. This is Basha. Basha. Basha used to be the top dog here. and she was tough. But then we got Porgy. Porgy took over as top dog, so Porgy now keeps order. We have about 10 dogs, I think it is. So, anyway, the fact that the road is so bad between here and the highway is a bit of a downer, because I'd love to be out. I would love to have been out on my bike today, but wasn't able to. So waiting now for some dry weather so that that road can dry up a little, at least a little, and then I'll be gone. So that was my my little video about the bike. Hey baby. And some of the things that are affecting my riding the bike. What I did when I knew that I was going to buy a bike, and I knew it was this one, I went and I sat on this bike in the store, and I realized then that it would be a good encouragement for me to get in shape. You don't get in shape by driving a Raptor. The Raptor is a joy to drive, but you don't get in shape by driving it, because you're just sitting there. And this, you need to be having a lot more in terms of physical fitness. So that's what I've been doing. I've been doing a physical routine, eating slightly better and slightly less. Unlike, probably, I'm going to make a generality, which I always say don't work, but I'll make a generality and say that most of the expats that I see are very much overweight. I think 180, 220 or 250 is not an unusual weight for people to have. I'm, maybe 5'9", and I only weigh 140 pounds, so that's very light. If anything, I should be putting on a little lean muscle. That would be the ideal. So I'm working on that now. I'm not finding that the bike is any challenge from a physical point of view. I actually have good reflexes. I've always been something of an athlete. I'm not a couch potato. I don't enjoy spectator sports, none. Cricket, baseball, soccer, football, none of them really interest me. But karate, hiking, walking, going to the gym, not running. I don't enjoy running, but I enjoy these other things, and they all involve activity. I like swimming, I like cycling, and of course I also like the motorcycle. So that's been my life. I don't do any drugs of any kind. I don't believe in street drugs. What shall we call recreational drugs? Don't believe that. And I don't drink, and I've never smoked. I had a little tiny romance with the booze, thinking that it was a good time, and I realized very, very soon that the most fun I had out of drinking was talking about it the next day, like young men do. I don't do any of that now. So I'm finishing off now. I can see that Balalut is going to start his motorcycle. So I think that's the end. Thanks for being with me.